in case. So, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for jumping on at a short notice. I see some of my most favorite people in the whole world here. So thank you so much for jumping on. I see one of our special guests, Miss Arlie. She is going to be talking to you a little bit. I'm going to leave her to the end. You know how they say, save the best for the last, at the end. So I'm going to say the best for the end. I'm going to share some things with you. What I'm going to ask that you do is grab a pen and a paper. To think it is to ink it, right? Note takers are money makers. So grab a notepad so that you can take some notes here, because what I'm going to share with you is going to be at the beginning. You're going to think like, is this possible that I'm actually getting an opportunity to see this at the very infancy stages? And yes, you are. And so, ladies and gentlemen, I'm really super excited. Let me share with you what happened. A really great friend of mine, a sister of mine, Stephanie, she had shared me, pulled my coattail and said, you got to check this thing out. They're doing these meetings in LA, but I need you to come and see it in person. Now, many of you know that I was in Pittsburgh for quite some time at my house in Pittsburgh. I wasn't here on the West Coast like I normally am in the wintertime. And so she said, no, you got to come see this. And these people are the real deal. So they flew me out to LA, and I took a look at it. And I really, let me just be honest with you guys. I was going to go. I was only going because, first of all, I love Stephanie. She's a sister to me. And I'm going to always check out what she says. But I was already in my brain saying, thanks, but no thanks. How many of you guys did that today when you saw my message come across? You said, I'm going to just go and be nice to Marshonda, and I'm going to say thanks, but no thanks, right? You're probably like me. You probably said, I have so many things on my plate already, right? You're probably thinking, oh my God, how can I add another thing? You're probably going to say, I'm going to be polite to Marshonda. I'm going to show up, but I'm going to say thanks, but no thanks. And literally all the way across country, I was thinking that, how am I going to tell Stephanie thanks, but no thanks? But ladies and gentlemen, I come to tell you what happened to me when I got into that room and really saw, first of all, the caliber of the individuals that were there. The information that they shared was unquestionable. The things that I saw just changed my thing. That it was so much so that I spent my money to fly from, because they said, oh, we're going to share this again tomorrow in Las Vegas, that I got on a plane from LA to Las Vegas to go see it one more time. When I got so excited about it, I brought one of my friends. I said, you know what? Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to invite somebody to Las Vegas to see this, to make sure that I'm not, being, that color, how to color glasses, right? I'm going to invite one of the most critical thinking people that I know in Las Vegas to come and see it with me. I called up Mr. David Chandler. I said, David, I'm coming to Las Vegas tomorrow. I need you to meet me. They're going to feed you. You're going to get a free meal out of this. And you can say thanks, but no thanks, like I was going to. But I want you to kick the tires. And so Mr. David Chandler met me there in Las Vegas and took a look at what you guys are seeing on today. And he said the same thing that I said. Is this really real? Well, ladies and gentlemen, from there, I followed them back to California. I went to San Diego. Now I'm seeing this for a third time. This is the girl that came from Pittsburgh to say thanks, but no thanks. I followed them a third time to San Diego to make sure that what I was seeing made sense. How many guys understand that? So sometimes you want to see it again to make sure it makes sense. So I went to a third meeting. I know sometimes you might think, gosh, that's a thick head. You got to see it 3 times. I went to San Diego and I saw it and I said, this is it. This is absolutely it. And at that point, I decided to commit to sharing this with people in my community. I called up a few people. I told them about this thing that you're going to see tonight, and it absolutely makes sense. And my mentor told me a long time ago, if it makes sense, it's going to make dollars. If it makes sense, it's going to make dollars. So what I'm going to share with you today, I think that it's going to make sense for a lot of you. And if it makes sense, I'm pretty sure you're going to get the 2 and 2 like I did. Not only did I go to San Diego, the next night I went back to LA to see if it made a lot more sense after I decided to make the commitment. So with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, let me jump right into it. I want to give you guys a little bit of background so you understand that I know where many of you are sitting right now. I know that many of you got on this call because you got my message and you were just being kind to me. But I'm here to tell you, you're being kind to you, because what you're going to see is going to make a lot of sense to you, I do believe, and you're going to say, okay, let's run. And I want to do this. I'm going to share this PowerPoint, and I want to say thank you to Mr. David Chandler, because many of the slides you're going to see on today, he put together just from seeing this. Now, remember, we're not even 1 week into this, but that's how much sense it made. So I want to thank you guys for joining us today. I'm going to turn my video off because you guys know that makes me a little bit nervous. This is our very first. This is just going to be a quick preview. We're not going to go so deep in it, but I'm going to let you hear from a young lady that is already doing this. Her and her husband are tearing this thing up in a very short amount of time. Ladies and gentlemen, she's going to be able to answer a few of your questions, but I'm going to go through. So grab your pen and paper and let's rock and roll. So first thing I want to say to you guys, my PowerPoint showing? Hold on. I want to ask a couple of questions to you, and I want you to participate, please. Is it better to own or to rent? Can you write in the chat, is it better to own or to rent? What say you? And see, how you show up and do things in life is how you usually are rewarded. So I thank you, Quentin. Own. Thank you, Emma. Own, Angela. Own. What about the rest of you? Oh, Mr. Willie P, we've been praying for you, brother. You're here and you're just getting out of the hospital. That's commitment, ladies and gentlemen. That's what we're talking about. Okay, there you go. Freddie, it's better to own. Okay, that's what I say too. And we're going to talk to you about ownership on this call today. Now, is it better to be the best or the first? Now I want you guys to think about that. Let me see your answers there. Is it better to be the best or the first? The first, that's right. It's always better to be first. It doesn't matter about being the best. If you take 10 years to come out to try to be the best, and the first is already gone. They're already making the money. They're already doing the deal. We're going to talk to you guys about something that is the first right now on today. Now, is it better to be a builder or passive? Which one do you guys think? Is it better to be a builder of a community or passive? What say you? What say you? Better to be builder or passive? Okay, we got a combination there. We see a couple of people say builder, passive, builder. Okay. Now, what if there was an opportunity for you to be both? I like it. What if there was an opportunity for you to be both? You can build your community with your own money in this. You don't have to have other people. Would that be okay? Would that be okay if you've dropped into something like that, where you didn't have to go out and get a ton of people to make it happen? Well, that's what we're going to talk about on this evening. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to introduce you to, I want to make sure you guys are seeing my screen. Is my screen showing okay? I'm getting a notice that my internet.
Yes, it's showing well.
Okay, perfect. All right. What we're going to be talking to you today is about a company called Metafastest. And you're going to hear this today from me as an independent member of this community. It's about bringing virtual technology into the world. And it's unlike anything else. And I know you guys have been hearing about metaverse this, metaverse that, all over. What if you had an opportunity to own a piece of it? And we're going to be talking about some virtual horses in just a second. So let me keep rolling along. I do want to make a disclaimer that we are not providing any type of investment nor financial advice. Ladies and gentlemen, let me underscore this. We are not financial advisors. Should you decide to move forward with this or any other opportunity, we suggest that you go and consult your own financial advisor. If you have any questions or concerns about, please consult your own financial advisor, your own tax consultant, because we're not going to give any of that advice today. Everybody cool with that? Feel free to take a screenshot of our disclaimer there. Now, let me get into this. We're not going to go so deep because most of you who are here today, this was a VIP sneak preview, okay? I'm not going to go into giving you a full education on the difference between fiat currency and cryptocurrency, and just suffices to say that most of you on here, on this line today, are well educated in that arena. So we're going to go straight into it, okay? Just knowing just a really quick preview. We all know that there's 2.4 million different cryptocurrencies, having a market cap of 2.6 trillion and trading volume of over 83 billion. The big dogs out there, we got the Bitcoin, the Ethereum, and altcoins, right? So we know that cryptocurrency, would you agree that anything that has a $2.63 trillion market space will be a big deal? Would you guys agree with that? Is that a big deal or a little deal? If you were running a business and it was turning 2.3 trillion, would that be a big deal or a little deal, ladies and gentlemen? It's a big, big deal. It's a big, big deal. Yes, yes, it's a big deal. Thank you so much. Like when I do these presentations, I need your energy. I need you to participate and help me because it's not always about the speaker. It's about you. I'm making sure that you're understanding, you're following along. So those that are participating, I thank you. Because again, how you do some things is how you show up for most things in your life. Right? For those that are just spectating, see, I always share this usually at the end of my presentation, but I'm going to say it right now because most of you are leaders. I did not send this out to just anybody. I sent this out to select people. If you got a message from me, I consider you to be a high caliber person. I consider you to be a little bit of the top of the echelon here. You probably have a community of your own. And you understand what I'm talking about when people participate in their own success. See, there's three types of people in the world. Those that are in the game doing the do. Those are the people that I'm seeing putting their responses in the chat. They're in the game. Then there's people who have come here just to hang out and cheer other people on. Right now is probably not a good time to just be on the sideline cheering others on. We're inviting you to get in the game. In other words, engage and participate in your own success. Then there's people out there that you and I have the obligation to go out and teach. They don't even know the game of cryptocurrency is happening. They have no clue about that it's going on. You and I, because to whom much is given, much is required. That's what the good word says. We already know that cryptocurrency is coming, and I mean that it's here and it is happening. There's many people out there who do not yet know about it. Okay, so when I ask for your participation, please help me by just participating and answering in the chat. Thank you so much for those of you who are doing it. Are you following me? With that being said, we're going to be talking about something called an NFT, which is a non-fungible token. And what I don't roll your eyes for those of you who know a little bit about NFTs, as I did when people started talking to me about NFTs. I'm like, dude, I'm not going to spend that amount of money for a painting, right? That's what comes to my mind when I think about NFTs. But I had to get an education. How many of you guys know that maybe the very first time that you learned to do something, you had to get educated on it, right? You didn't just come in and know cryptocurrency like the back of your hand. You had to first get an education on it. And that's what I've been doing about this NFT world. See, ladies and gentlemen, there's certain types of NFTs that people are buying and selling that really make me scratch my head. Like Justin Bieber buying this Bored Ape NFT for $1.3 million. Now, I just look at it, me and you probably just look at it like, well, man, that just looks like a painting of an ape, but it was worth 1.3. And how about this one? I really baffles me every time I see it. It's called the Merge. It's the highest paid one to date, $91.8 million. This NFT was, it looks like, balls to me, right? Well, but it sold for $91.8 million. That's examples of NFTs. Now, there's different types of NFTs, and I want to share with you the different types. There's NFT collectibles, right? That's kind of like what we were just seeing. And then there's NFTs where you kind of play to earn. Like there's a lot of gamers use NFTs, right? And that's $15.4 billion market cap. Then you got gaming NFTs, as well as you have the entertainment NFTs. And these are such big market shares and market caps. I'm going to talk to you about what we're going to be talking about. NFT, we're combining all these different types of NFTs, the collectibles, the play to earn, the gaming, entertainment, and we also have staking and our own exchange. Okay, already, the exchange is already out. So we're going to take all 7 of these and incorporate it into the Metafastest ecosystem that you're going to hear about today, or that you're hearing about today. This is the global CEO here, and this business was started in 2020. They started testing it in 2021. Ladies and gentlemen, they started going out in 2022. So this is not a baby company. They've already spent literally millions of dollars to incorporate what you guys are going to see today. So we're catching something at the right time. It's registered in Vietnam in 2017. And then they spent, like I said, 3 years putting in millions and millions of dollars to put this infrastructure together. So what you guys are going to see today is a combination of that. And they just get their gaming license, online gaming license in 2023 in Vietnam. And it is these are available for the next 10 years. Now, I need to give you guys a little bit of education because I didn't know this. See, we're so used to it in the US that, gaming is happening in every state, everywhere. Well, literally, they are the very first in the entire country. I asked you a question at the beginning of this presentation. Is it better to be the best or first? And all of you said it's best to be first. Well, this company is the very first to have online gaming in all of Vietnam. So that is really huge. And you're going to say, well, how does that help me? Well, I'm going to share with you how that helps you in just a second, because you're going to be able to take advantage of that through ownership. Okay. Owning these horses. And these are just some of the awards. Again, on Monday, when we do the official launching of this, they're going to go in detail on some of this stuff for you. I just wanted to bring those up and share with you that I'm now want to go get into how this works, okay? Because that's what we're here to figure out, how this thing works and how you can make money with it, okay? Now, what's cool about our horses is that they actually are 3D images and they actually move and groove. I wanted to show you, and I couldn't get a chance to pull that one out, but if you were to go on crypto.com and you were to go for NFT horses, you're going to have an opportunity to see that right now on crypto.com, you could buy NFT horses, but it's going to cost you, the lowest one I saw there was like 100 million. And then there's, 50 million. There's one that was 50 million, 100 million, and then 500 million NFT horse racers. So, and they're just 2-dimensional. Ours are 3-dimensional with augmented reality. I know one of my friends, Ali, she took her horse into her classroom. Next time on Monday, I'll make sure that I have a picture of that so you guys can see that you can play around with your horse, and it's really interesting. So again, we're going to be talking about ownership. I asked the question, is it better to rent or to own? All of you said own. So let me get into this. Now, there are different types of horses that you can, NFT horses in this ecosystem that you can do. The first horse is called the common horse. The price is 100 USDT. Currently, they're in total, they're only going to mint 400,000. 327,000 have already been minted. That means that you and we only have a little bit of time left if we want to own a common horse. Literally less than 60,000 of the 60 to 70,000 left that we can own at 100. And I told you that theirs was going for millions of dollars. This is 100 USDT. Then if you want a rare horse, the rare horse is 300,000 going to be minted. They have about 60 million in value. 77,000 have been minted already, and the price is 200 USDT. The next kind of horse is called Epic. 200 million will ever be minted, and it costs 380 USDT. The top of the line horse is called Legendary. There'll be 100,000 of them minted. They already have done 81 15,000, so literally probably closer to 15,000 just left of the top of the line horse. It's $600 a USDT. Okay, so these are the different types of horses that you can actually own. And you might say, well, why do I want to own those horses? And each horse has different elements to it. It could be light, earth, fire, or water. We'll get into that a little bit later on. You might say, well, why do I want to own these horses? Because if you own these horses, you can do a couple of things. And this here was in between. This is another part of the ecosystem. They have staking, they have their own coin, and you can actually, it's called Metacash. You can actually Metacash and MetaF, you can actually use that and exchange your Meta. You can take your USDT, TRC20, exchange that for MetaF, and then change that to Metacash. That's what you buy the horses with. Okay. Now, what happens? You own the horse, you own it, you can then breed it. Breeding it means that you can make, get a male with it. If you have a female horse, get a male with it and make a baby horse, meaning you'll make more. Then when you have that second horse, you can either trade that horse, which is selling it. You can sell that horse for however you want. You can sell the horse, or you can also take your horses, hold on to your horses and take them to racing. Now, I'm going to share with you some money so you can understand what it is how much money we're talking about, because that doesn't sound okay. I can own this horse, I can breed the horse, and then I can trade or sell it, and then I can race it. What kind of money are we talking about? Okay, so let me give you an example. You're going to buy your horse. Again, I told you that the common horse is 100, rare 200, 320 epic, and 600 legendary USDT. Once you buy the horse, I'm going to get into the levels that you can earn from people buying horses. If you buy your own horse, put it underneath yourself, you're going to make a certain amount, like 10%. So we'll show you how to do that. But I want to get into some actual breaking down of the money. The next thing you do once you go into breeding, you need to buy a stable. It's a $50 one time. You just need one stable for each account. So that'll be $50. And then, of course, if you put it underneath yourself, you're going to make money as well. So let me go into the female. When we say breeding, that means you could take one horse and a female horse can have 5 baby horses, 1 a week. So they can breed 5 times. Every time they breed, when they breed, you do need to pay a breeding fee of $30 for a common, and a male horse can breed 15 times. And then every time you breed, when you make a baby horse, you can sell that baby horse. Sell that baby horse and make money. It's just like in real life. If you had horses, they had a baby, you can sell that horse and make more money. That's the same thing. That's what we mean by breeding. And then if you have that underneath yourself, you're going to make percentages as well. Okay. So let's talk about what happens when you sell a horse. When you sell your baby horses, you're going to earn 70% of that horse's value. So if you are selling a common horse, you're going to make $70. If you're going to have a rare, you're going to make $140. And then the sponsors of the male is going to make money when you sell your horse as well. Okay. So let me break down some examples so you guys can understand why we're excited about this and tell you how you can make money. Once your horse, after your horse has breeded, let me give you an example again. You have one female horse and she breeds 5 times. She has 5 baby horses and you sold those horses. After the 5th time of her breeding, she now can go on to race. Racing is where you can make additional money. You pay $1 for your horse to race, and races happen every 10 minutes, and they're getting ready to go to every 5 minutes. They already have 3 different arenas that the horses are running in. So let's say, for instance, you have, 10 horses running. You don't have to win to make money. Okay. You can, every single horse gets paid something if they go racing. Your horse can race 3 times a week. So if you have 10 horses racing 3 times a week, and let's say that you're making $10 or $50 every time they race, you could be making $500 a week just on your horse racing. And you only paid $1 for that horse to race, 1 USDT. So you got to understand the money that we're talking about, and this can go on and on and on. So let's be conservative here. Let's say you only had one common horse, you paid 100 and you sold it for 70. Okay, so let me share with you. We're going to go through this example here of what happens each week. You have a horse, you pay 100, you pay for the price of the stable, which is 50, and you pay 30 for the breeding. So it's about 100. I'm gonna round up to 190. Okay, and then it breeds the first week, and you sell that baby horse for $70. And then the next week, you take out of the 70, you take 30, and you breed it again. And so you're gonna sell the next baby horse, and so on and so forth until you get to the end, and you'll see that you've made money on just letting your horse breed. Okay, this is just one horse. Okay, many of you are gonna own a lot more than one horse. But what happens after the 5th week, your horse can go, your mother horse can go and race. And so let's say that you have one horse and it goes to race, and you can race 3 times. And at the lowest, let's say they never win the first prize or the top prize, they made $10. Well, you only put $1 or $1 per time they race, which is $3, and you made $30. So again, you are positive. And if you continue to do that every week for 4 weeks, your horse never even wins, it always comes in, last place, you still are picking up an extra $120 every week for owning that horse forever and ever and ever. Okay. And as the prizes get higher, which they will, because more people, they have on and offline betting for those people that want to bet. We're not betting. We win every time because our horse is running. We own the horse. I know that you guys said this. Is it better to own a casino or go in there and try to bet? Of course, it's better to own a casino because the house wins every time. Your horse wins every time. So this is the strategy that many people are doing. They're getting 100 horses, okay? And with 100 horses, and we're just talking about the common. Of course, you can get better breeds of horses, and you sell them. Now, which type of money are we talking about, ladies and gentlemen? We're talking about, even if you sell all your baby horses, we're talking about coming out on top at $3,500. This is after 5 weeks, you got $3,500 net that you have. Plus, when it goes to race, now we're talking about, let me back up a second. If you have 100 horses and they race and they don't even win the top prize and they make $50 a horse, you're talking about $5,000, and they can do that 3 times a week. That's $15,000 a week. Week 1. Week 2, you do it again. Week 3 again. Week 4 again. We're talking about $60,000 passive for your 100 horses just running in a race. Now, is this something that's lucrative or lucrative, ladies and gentlemen? $60,000 passive per month on 100 horses. What if you had 300 horses? What if you have 400, 500? We all start with 1. So you're going to start with 1, but I want you to see and dream about you owning these horses, as many as you can. So that's what we're talking about. We'll talk about that's on the horse side of it. I'm going to quickly go to the second way you can make money, which is called staking. You can get a staking package. You're going to make at least 21% per month with staking. And so we'll talk to you about that. You want to start with like 3,000 to do the staking, but we really like for people to start on the horse side, on the horse breeding, trading and selling, and then racing side, because that's where you're going to make your money fast. And it's about to run out, right? That's something that you can have going on and on and on for you forever. And then at the same time, you can come over and start taking some money that you're making from the horse side to do the staking. The staking is 21% per month at the $3,000 level, okay? So with that being said, that's what we're gonna, that's where I'm gonna end here, because I don't want to do a long drawn out. I wanted you guys just to see a sneak preview and see why we're so excited. Before I open up for some questions from you guys, I'm going to bring out, and she actually was a person that shared it with me that made the most sense. She did like a napkin presentation for me, which is what I'm going to, let me see if I can find that. I took my notes from sitting down with Miss Arlie. Her and her husband are tearing this business up. I mean, they have Los Angeles on lockdown. And I'm going to just see if I can get a picture of what she shared with me that made this make sense to me. Because at first, many of you are probably saying the same thing I was the first day. I'm like, I don't quite understand it. But she shared it with me like this. And I want to see if I can share this real quick. And then I'm going to turn it over to her to speak and answer some of the questions that many of you may be having. Here we go. When she sat down with me and Allie for breakfast one day in LA after the night after the presentation, my first presentation, and she shared it with me like this, and I got it. I got it. I said, this is something that can help my community recover all of the funds that we've lost in 2023. And so she shared it to me like this. Let me see if I can make it a little bit bigger. She shared it with me, and this is just my notes. So you guys are happy to take a screenshot. But from my notes, she said, this is a big ecosystem. In the middle, they own their own exchange, okay? And they have transactions of 500 million to 1 billion every day. And in the beginning, there's 5 ways that you can earn money in Metafastest. So I'm just going to sum up what you guys heard. The first way you can do that is with the horses. You can buy horses, you can breed them, and then you can sell them. You can buy, breed, sell, and just make money in that arena. After your horse has bred the female 5 times and your male 15 times, they can go on to the second way you can make money, which is called racing. Racing, you pay $1 to have your horse go to race, and your winning horse gets 70% of the pot. Everybody else gets a piece of, second, third, fourth. They all get a piece all the way to the 12 horses that are running. It's how many horses do you want to have running? This is not about betting. This is about owning the horse that's doing the racing. Okay. Then the third way you can earn is by staking. You can earn money by staking. You're taking your money and staking it there. It's 21%. It does stake for 90 days. Okay. And you earn 21% per month. And you get daily rewards and things like that, and they have their own tokens. And so that's up on the staking side. The other way, and most of you guys, it's going to be, interesting for you to come back, because I'm going to ask him to go deeper into this, is the community building side. Okay. Because most of you have your own community. That's why I asked you to come onto this call as a VIP. And so on the VIP, on the community side, there's different levels and ranks that you can rank up to. And I'm so sorry that I do have it on another slide, but it wasn't in this presentation that David did for me. But just in a nutshell, when you get started, you're going to get started on the community building side. You're going to get started at what is called an associate, and you'll earn 10% of just your front line. When you get 100, that's when you have less than 99 horses below you. That can be your own horses, because we show you how to put your own money below you to make your horses. But once you get 100, you get promoted to agency. And then you start to get overrides at agency. Okay. And you get, when I'm talking about that, let's just concentrate only on we'll concentrate on the horse side of it. Because you get paid on the staking. If somebody in your organization does staking as well as racing, but just on the buying of the horses, you're going to get the 10%, between 10 and 26%, depending on your rank. You're going to get, when they buy the stable, which is the $50, you get 15% to 52%, depending on your ranking. When they breed the horses, they pay that $30, you get 10 to everything that they do in any of your horses, even your own money below you, you're going to get paid. Okay. And I just want you guys to know that the highest rank that they have is something called World Advisor. And to become a World Advisor, you need to help 3 people get to the advisor rank. And when you do that, what I loved about this actual opportunity, because many of you have been at the top position of many network marketing companies. But what I will say is that they give you a lot of support. You actually will get $50,000 per quarter to go out and do your own meetings, to go out and fly people in if you need to talk to people, so that you can fly places. You know how we always used to put in, oh, let's chip in for the hotel meeting, right? Or we're gonna put $5, $10, associates gotta pay. None of that here. And they feed you like crazy. Their meetings are on lock, man. So I'm gonna let you guys know again, New Jersey is tomorrow, Saturday, and then New York is Monday. You can go, they'll give you a free meal. You're gonna learn about this business. You're gonna hear from people who are, I mean, making hundreds of thousands of dollars a month. One gentleman is making $1 million a month. He has 80,000 horses. So it's about how many horses you're going to have, right? But you'll get a chance to meet them, the most humblest people, really take you in as a family. And we're going to go to North Carolina tomorrow. Then back to give you some of the cities that they're opening right now. And you can have people in there that go Arizona, Las Vegas, Los Angeles, Orange County, Northern California, Texas. They just had one in Texas. I'm sorry, Quentin, I didn't get to call you in for the one in Quentin. Jacksonville, North Carolina, this Saturday as well. Thank you, Betty. So they're not playing around with this thing. But what I'm saying to us as a community, the reason that I asked you guys to come on this is that you have an opportunity. We have an opportunity to do something special. So with that being said, I want to present to you guys and introduce Miss Arlie. She's going to share with you her experience and answer a few questions from you guys. Over to you, Arlie.
Yes, thank you, Marshonda. Oh my gosh, I'm so overwhelmed, and congratulations. Did you say this is your first presentation?
Very first presentation. No longer a version.
Let's give Marshonda a big hand. Amazing. And then also David. Wow, I am impressed with your deck. I want to use it. It's really, really great. And it's so great to be here. I am thankful. I am grateful, Marshonda, for putting this together. And I think that when you came that morning, that day when Ferdy, I think Ferdy is in the room. He introduced us Stephanie, and Stephanie introduced you to us. And I'm so grateful that we bonded, and you were at the Embassy Suites in Glendale here in Southern California, and was able to grasp it right away. And it was a delight when we sat down for breakfast and I showed you my one-page presentation. And I would say I have very little knowledge with cryptocurrency, because everything I hear about it is negative. But let me tell you this, that my background is in advertising, sales, and marketing. And I love network marketing. I will not do a business actually if it's not in the network marketing, direct selling industry. So when I was like maybe when Bitcoin was about 33 cents, it was offered to me. And these people were my friends from my church. And I said, run away from it. It's a scam. And then I think, I don't know, when it was 300 something, it was offered to me again. And I said, oh, I can't afford it anymore. And then Ethereum came, and Ethereum came in so high. I think it was like about $500. I said, no, I can't do this. And then I just drifted away from that, because there's just so many scammers, as they say, in this industry. And I got so scared. I went to Hawaii. I built my team in Hawaii. I have a big team in Hawaii. And everybody that I talked to were crying, because their retirement, their savings all washed down. And so I said, I'm never going to do that. I'm never going to get into this industry we're in. I'm going to leave people behind with drained with their money and lifetime savings. And then as I tell everyone my story, my friend Michael Halandoni and Sheila they were the ones who introduced me into this business. They were brand new. They just bought their horses and they're breeding still. And what Michael did though was really learn the ins and outs of this. And he really got into everything, especially the comp plan, because he came from from a company wherein he reached the highest position in as little as 4 months and made millions, also brought in millions of dollars in sales in just as little as 4 months. He reached that position. But here, when we met, I said, I really don't know how I'm gonna do this. But I said I trusted him. And when I heard the word NFT, because a lot of the creative group that I move around are into NFTs, and we have a little training on it and knowledge, and people were sharing about it. So I said, maybe I'll take a second look at it. And really, at the time, it was the time when Bitcoin rose to what, 72,000. So I said, if I miss this opportunity again, oh my gosh, I don't know when is the next round of opportunities, that's going to come and give me this. And I said, if you guys know the red car, what you call that? The red car, wherein people ask you, if you go to a meeting or going today, just today, I don't know if everyone on the road, how many red cars have you noticed? How many red cars? I'm just going to ask everyone, throw it out there. Did you notice any red car today while driving? I want to say yes.
Yes.
Any? Okay. How many? One or two? Yes. Yes. A lot of people would say no. I was out 2 times and I said I didn't notice. Yes, there are a few that they notice a red car. So that means I would liken it to like an opportunity. If you're not looking, you will not find it. Because most of us go out, drive on the freeway, and we're not looking for a red car, right? But if you go out there and with the intention of really looking for a red car, maybe not just one, not two, not three, not four, but a lot of red cars you will find, right? So I was also in that position wherein when Mike talked to me, I was really looking for something that's really big, because I know Mike will not do anything small. He will not leave the other company where we were together and exchange his position to something smaller. This has to make a difference. And indeed it did. It made a difference, because when we started doing this, we're nonstop. We just go from city to city and state to state, because the support is there. We couldn't do that. We cannot do that if the financial support from the company is not there. And I have never been in a company wherein they go all out in supporting us. And that's because we are with Mike's upline sponsor. One of his upline sponsor is Ed Valdez, who is the world advisor, company appointed position by the chairman himself. And he has, they have, as Marshanda mentioned it earlier, that once you reach that highest position, which is a company appointed, you will have at least $50,000 marketing money, so that you can spend it for meetings and traveling and all that stuff, which is a great help, because we wouldn't be able to afford to travel and be in nice hotels, as what Marshanda was describing earlier. And that's why we're like all over. Tonight, right after this, I'll be on my way to the airport. We will be in New Jersey and New York. Coming back here, we have a two-day training in San Diego. Then we're gonna be in Chicago that weekend, and then come back in LA for the meeting. Our LA group has grown so fast, and I'm so excited for this group because not just that, but because we have several. It's very diverse. The group that we have for LA is very diverse now, and so excited that you guys are able to listen to this presentation. And again, Marshanda, thank you so much for putting this together. On Monday, we have Joel on as presenter, and he's one of the top leader here. He used to be with my other company too, and very adept in all this knowledge. He's a wealth of knowledge on cryptocurrency as well, and especially about the company. I, for one, was shocked that we were just so fast, and we're now making 6-figure income. We're in that, and I just reached my 1 million sales in 72 days, I believe. And if it helps you.
Oh, hold on. Everybody, let's see that. Let's see it in the chat. Give her some fire, some hands. 1 million in 72 days. Already at 6 figures in 72 days. That's what I want to see. Some fire, some hand clapping. Congratulations. And you know why? Because when we cheer other people's success on, we bring that energy to us. So when we cheer for other people, it's like cheering for yourself. So congratulations, Arlie. That, don't slide that in there, girl. In 72 days to get to 6 figures. Are you
kidding me? This is the first. Yeah, I've been in this industry for 25 years, but I've reached the top position, but not that fast. I tell you, I have friends that have been trying to sell my other, because I'm always a product person. I rich people that they could afford to get my products, but they wouldn't buy, and here 100,000 they would drop, 50,000 they would easily drop. And it just amazes me that, wow, they could do that, because in this situation, this is where the big lesson for me is what I learned. Money begets money. And truly, people who are money, they want more money. So my friends who are just joining me here, you wouldn't believe it, but they're already making, in their traditional business, they're already making 100,000, 200,000, 300,000 a month. And yet they love what we do here because it's not stressful. It helped them actually to be stress-free, and they enjoy it. So, I have doctors, I have attorneys. I have a lot of my people coming in are more of business owners, traditional business owners. And of course, we have a lot of people who are working as well, and they get it, and they want to do it, and they're doing it really like how I started. I actually started with 20 horses, by the way. And then I brought in a friend who did 100 plus or 200 horses. And then she brought in a friend that got in 555 horses. And I said, wait a minute. I need to be positioned as an agency before everybody comes in with all their big purchase of horses, So we strategize. I'll help you guys strategize, and as what my commitment to Marshanda, we help if somebody's coming in big, we need to strategize how the horses are going to help them be promoted, and you be promoted as well. Because as I see it now, the big money comes in when there are a lot of horses as well. But don't despair or don't worry about that. The most important thing is you're coming in with a horse, because nothing will happen if you have no horse, right, Marshanda? You really need to come with your horses. The staking is great. I mean, I have people who are investing 20 million stakings in there, 20 million Metafast tokens. A lot of people are coming in with 2 million, 1 million. you know, and those with 500,000, they're coming in, they're adding more now. And then there's the Metafastest token, which is the shareholders, because the company is gearing towards being publicly listed, and that's not going to happen real fast, no, not yet, because they need to buy, they already have a holding company for that, and then everything will just follow. There will be, I think next week there will be 8 projects that's coming up, and we will be informed by Ed, because a lot of information are coming in through the world advisors. And guys, let me just tell you this. We just don't have a world advisor that's helping us. We have 3 world advisors. We have the world advisor of Japan, of USA, which is Ed Valdez, and his wife just got appointed as the world advisor of the Philippines. And then Mike just got promoted, I think last month or early this month. He got promoted. No, that was last month. He got promoted as the world advisor of Canada. And Joel on Monday, he's about to be promoted as world advisor of Japan. And we're working towards that promotion as well. So you guys, there are only, if you look at it, there are only like 4 positions. The associate, which is, if you have less than 100 horses, you're automatic an associate. If you have 100 horses, you're an agency. If you have 3 agencies below you, then you're a distributor. And if you have 3 distributors, you're an advisor. So I'm an advisor. I recently got that position, and we are gonna get our car also. It's a Mercedes-Benz. So I am bashful actually, because I don't like to brag, but I think I have to say it because this is the fastest really that we got this. And I'm expecting that probably in a week or 2, because we ordered already. So in a week or 2, we were able to get it. And that's a reward for all our efforts doing this business. Okay. So is there any question that you would like to ask? Maybe I could help.
Hi, I have a question. Can you or someone put in the chat if I can send someone in New York to one of your meetings, and also LA?
Yes, definitely, Edith. Just let me know what's their name and the names of the person, so I can personally attend to them. Of course, I will. We will have in New Jersey and in New York. Monday is gonna be in. Did you get the flyers? Maybe Marshanda can
Yes,
throw.
I'll put the flyers. I'll put the flyers here in the chat. I just wanted to open up. I don't know if you guys if I'm sharing the right screen. But you guys can see the compensation plan, because I didn't go over it. But what she said, you're gonna come in as an associate. Then there's agency. When you have 100, it says users with 1 horse. It's 100 horses below you. If you're planning on buying 101 yourself, you can put all of your own horses below you and make yourself an agency. And then you start getting paid additional funds. Then distributor, same thing when you have 3 agencies, which is like 300 horses below you. And then advisor, when you have 3 distributors, which is like 900, right? Or so. Just what I would say is, just take a screenshot. Again, on Monday, we're going to have now the new world advisor coming up of Japan, because he's going to be appointed. That we'll have him speak a little bit more on the compensation. I wanted you guys to understand today, it's about owning your horse, owning some horses. Yeah. And that's just the bottom line. You can't do anything until you get started owning. But I know most of you want to know how to make the money on the community building side, because you are all, I hand selected most of you to come. So most of you have community. So with that being said,
can I share something, Marshanda?
Yes.
I have somebody from Pennsylvania. We sat down about 10 days ago, and he came in with 300 horses because he wanted to be a distributor right away. That position is a distributor with 300 horses below you. And he was shocked to open his because he was busy, he's a very busy, he owns rental properties, and he didn't have a time to sit down with me and go over. And so he joined the training on Wednesdays with Godiva, and then called me back. And he said, Arlie, I saw some Meta Cash on my main account and 3 other accounts. And did I sell some horses? I said, no, you would know if you sold some horses, and you can't just sell horses if you don't put it in the marketplace. That's because you made money from your own purchase as well. So he's so happy about it. He's in another company, and he said they never had that, and that kind of payout. So you are gonna be making money also from your own purchase. Every action in there, every activity, you know, when in the ecosystem, you're gonna be compensated as well. You're gonna be earning bonuses as well.
Okay, we're on a tight frame here for Arlie. She has another meeting. She was back to back with us. So I'm going to go ahead and have Mr. Farr go ahead and ask your question. And then we'll take a couple from the people who are already got their couple horses set up. They can share. And then we're going to wrap this up. Go ahead, Mr. Quinton.
Okay, I just had a quick question. Do you have to breed the horses before you can race them?
Yes, you
great
have to
question.
breed them 5 times. 5 times for female and 15 times for male.
Okay, thank you.
I like what you're thinking, Quentin. You ready to get them horses racing, baby. I like it. Well, we want to multiply our horses first. We want to breed them and make them have babies first.
Yes.
All right. Anybody else? Question? Well, I want to thank each and every one of you for showing up. I'm going to take a couple of people who have some horses. They had a chance to take a look at this. I'm going to ask that they give a little bit about why they saw it. And Mr. Chandler, can you unmute? Sir, I know you're driving. Can you unmute and share maybe a little bit about your experience really quickly? And Arlie, I know you are back to back. If you need to jump off, we're fine. We thank you so much, sister.
Yes.
We appreciate you.
Yes.
And we'll just get a couple testimonies and wrap this call up.
Okay. Well, thank you so much, guys. I hope to see you all in the next meetings or events. And if you have people to want to join, let me know who wants to be in our live meetings in New York and New Jersey. Just let me know. Hit me up, Marshanda, for the names. Okay.
Okay, I will do. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, guys.
All right. Mr. Chandler, are you able to unmute, sir?
Yes, I am. You hear
All
me?
right. Would you just like to share your vision and why you got excited about this?
Well, let me just say thank you, Prashanda, for introducing this. As you all know, I hated NFTs. I never thought that NFTs are anything because, I wouldn't even spend $5 on an NFT. But when I saw this, there was a whole ecosystem and there was whole utility behind the whole thing. It's not like those meme coins where, it's all hyped, and some of the other programs that we're in, it's just all hype. This has a great utility behind the whole thing. And you know what? Thank you again for sharing this with me. But I also want to tell people this. They are on D&D. And a lot of companies that we were in before, they say that they're registered and all that, but they don't have the documents to show it, right? Here we have the documents. But one thing you want to see on the D&D report is they actually list their financials, the 2022 financials on there. So that's huge, folks. So if you're looking for a real company, this is the reason why, I was bugging Shonda back and forth, because I was digging into all the due diligence stuff. So this is solid. I see this going a long, long ways. And they have a 10-year license. So we're only a year in. We got 9 more years, folks. And I'm sure they're going to get that extended. But anyways, we got a long, long journey to make a lot. So thank you again, Mashanda, for sharing this.
Thank you. Thank you for coming and kicking the tires and asking so many amazing questions when I came to Las Vegas. I'm going to go out. Is Mr. Ferdy there? Mr. Ferdy, can you unmute, sir, and share if he's still here?
Hi, Marshanda. Hi, everybody. Yeah.
Hi, Ferdy. Thank you so much for sharing this with to Stephanie. And can you share your experience because you've been in for a while?
Yeah, I'm really excited about this. Actually, I'm enjoying it right now. I'm doing this is my second breeding actually. So I already sold my 100 horses, and I got $7,000 back. So I'm just putting the $3,000 for the next breeding, and I put the $4,000 in my pocket already. And I just sent Sheila 31,500 Meta Cash from my commissions. So they're giving me the dollars right now by Zelle, you know. So imagine just by doing this and purchasing the horses, and you're gonna be amazed. You have to experience it. That's why I encourage everybody to buy their horses and go through the breeding process and the selling process and the trading process. You're gonna love it. And then imagine I bought 100 horses. Imagine that's 19,120. But I'm really confident that I can get back my investment in just 5 weeks, which is I'm realizing right now. So and then imagine your 100 horses is gonna breed for 7 days. After 7 days, your 100 horses becomes 200 horses. And then what I do is I sold the 100 horses, the babies, for $70 each. So I got $7,000 back. And imagine I breed it again. I get after 7 days, I get another 100 horses, and after 7 days, another 100 horses. You can do that 5 times. Imagine if you can multiply your 100 horses to how many? 200, 400. It keeps on multiplying every time. And if you have a male horse, you can register it for breeding. So people can use your male horse to breed their female horses. And in the process, you get paid $12 every time somebody uses from the community your male horse to breed their horses. And every time your downlines buy a stable, breed their horses, sell their horses, you get paid. You get an overriding commission every time in everything that they do. So that's the beauty of this. It's not only buying the horses, not also the racing part is really exciting because that's the passive income part. Wherein after all this breeding, you can have your passive income every week. You can raise your horses 3 times. So imagine that. And just to let you know, guys, they already got approved. They have a gaming license already in the Philippines. So there's so many Filipinos gonna be betting nationwide with this Metafastest opportunity. And imagine we get paid just by racing our horses. So in reality, we cannot do that because it's very expensive to buy a horse and to breed those little horses, take care of the horses. But through the metaverse, we can have the opportunity to do this and get to enjoy it and earn so much money and a passive income that can really, make wonders for your retirement. So with that, I encourage you everybody to join us and be one of the pioneers, and we're gonna make it this big worldwide. Imagine there's only 4 countries right now taken. Once you become a world advisor, you can choose your own country that you want to be the world advisor. But you have to be appointed, you know. But that's automatic. And then everything that happens to that country, all the transactions there goes through you, and you will be supported by the company from 50,000 up to 300,000 per month, depending on your performance. So 50,000 is just the minimum support, marketing support. It's not. It can go up. And that's what Ed is experiencing right now. He's been getting a lot of support from the company, so that's why we can afford to do hotel presentations, give them buffet food. Not just sandwiches or coffee, which is the usual. So we can go big with this, guys. We can impress a lot of leaders, and we gotta dominate this worldwide. So don't be left behind, guys. That's all. Thank you.
Nah, thank you, Mr. Pinna. Really appreciate you. Thank you so much. I ring Ferdy's phone. Come on, I need help. I need help with this. Asking him all kind of questions. We appreciate you, sir. Thank you so very much. And then I'm gonna just do one. Go out and take one more testimony, and that's gonna be from my direct sponsor, Miss Stephanie. Stephanie, she doesn't like to talk too much in big groups, but we want to hear because you were the one that shared this with me, Steph. Come on out and share with the team what you're feeling and why you think they should join.
Happy Friday, everybody. I am so excited to share, even though I don't like doing it. Let me tell you, relationships are the currency. If you build the right relationships, you will have the currency. And like Arlie said, if you seek, you will find. And I've been watching this beautiful woman, Mashonda Henderson, helping so many people. I've been working with this woman for years, and she deserves the best. I can't wait to watch her become world advisor. Okay. I am so happy to be able to share this with her. Ferdy's my hero. One time he invited me somewhere, they paid my room and everything, and I didn't even have $100 for the little incidentals. And he came out like a hero and swiped his card, and I was exhausted. I needed that break. And I look up to him. He is my hero. I went to his wedding. When he told me about this, guess what? He never said a word, you guys, but I honor him. I respect him and his relationship with me. I came to the meeting, and right now is where we are today. And I was so happy to be able to bring Mashonda and Allie down here and show this to them so they could go and share it with all of you guys that all of you lost money. And let me tell you what made me so excited about this program, because I've seen almost every program we've ever done inside this program. But the thing that was missing was the product. And they've got products, NFTs. Oh my God. We are safe. No more rug pulls. Thank you, Jesus. Thank you, guys.
All right. Thank you so much, Stephanie, for that.
Marshana, if I may add something.
Yes.
Guys, I encourage you to attend the live presentations because they're giving away money in that sense. So, and Marshana was really lucky last Tuesday. She won something.
500 USDT and 3 horses.
Mm-hmm. It's raining money every presentation. So guys, I tell you, attend the presentations.
Yes. I'm putting that's the New York one. I'm going to put New Jersey in there. And then we're going to go ahead and wrap this up because most of you know I don't like to go over 1 hour on my presentations. I hope today I did a service here. Again, 3 types of people in the world. Those that are in the game. We want you guys to be in the game, capitalizing on this. Those that are standing on the sideline, come on, get in the game. And then those that don't even know the game is being played. You're here today, you know the game is being played. We invite you to jump on in. And I put the New Jersey. I'm going to look for North Carolina as well in the chat. I'll put these in passive income now that it's kind of shared a little bit. I'll put it in passive income for those that are on a passive income team. You'll see all the flyers there, but just please get back to the person that told you about this. Let them know, whether you want more information, you want to test it out with, 1, 10, 100 horses. Test it out. You don't have to go and tell anybody. Put your own horses underneath yourself. Test it for yourself. And see what we see. We look forward to that, or just thank the person for inviting you. Because if it's not for you, it's fine. It's all good. We're gonna add this to our portfolio, and we're gonna run with it. All right.
Steph, Marshonda.
Oh, Allie. Yes.
I don't know. Hey, I don't know if you want me to show everybody my classroom, my horse coming to visit my classroom.
How did you do that? Yeah, show them how you did that.
Listen, I was so excited when I got my first horse, and I was going through the platform, and I found this little link that allowed me to bring my horse inside. So I'm going to share my screen, and hopefully you guys will be able to see. Can you see it?
Ah, that was her horse in her classroom.
That's cool. That's nice. I love it. That's great.
Wow, Allie.
Nice. I know the kids must have
And
really enjoyed that. Cool.
well, they can't see it. They can't see it. Only
Oh,
me seeing it through my phone. But you can make him bigger, smaller. I brought him into my mom's house, put him on the dresser, and she just
oh,
was so
wow.
shocked by it. So, yeah,
Very
this is
nice.
just an exciting thing. I thank Stephanie so much for bringing us out. I'm just excited about this opportunity, and I look forward to being a part of this. And if you need my help, if you see me in the rooms, I'm here to serve everyone.
That's my girl, Ale. She's awesome, 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 awesome. So with that
Sounds like
being
it.
said, we're gonna go ahead and shut this down, this call down. If you need help and support, what I will do, what time is it? 7 o'clock out there. What I'll do is I'll open this back up and I'll have breakout rooms so that people can get their questions answered. Feel free to come back if you have questions, or just to let us know that, hey, I'm looking at getting, 10 horses, 50 horses, 100 horses, whatever, one horse is fine. Just to test it out. We're happy to do that. But again, the real call is going to be on Monday with Joel. It's going to be back here on this line at 9 p.m. East Coast time, 6 p.m. Pacific time. Okay? All righty, my dear. Thank you so much, guys. I hope I served you well today. It was my
Yeah,
first
Marshonda.
presentation.
Sorry.
No longer
What
a
time?
version. Yes, Angela.
Yeah, sorry.